Hello students, today we are going to discuss about ray diagrams for spherical mirrors. So we know that two types of spherical mirrors are there, that is convex mirror and concave mirror. So for that we have to draw the ray diagrams. So when we are drawing a ray diagrams, we need two rays, okay, two lines from that source, okay. So for that we have to discuss the rules of ray diagrams, okay. We have to discuss rules of ray diagram. So that is rule 1 is states, okay. Rule 1 is states when we are consider any source of light, the source of light is emanating different types of radiations, okay, different kinds of incident rays. From that we have to consider one parallel ray, okay, one parallel to that what principal axis. So for example we are considering concave mirror, okay. So this is a concave mirror. So here we have to draw principal axis. This is the principal axis. Here pole is there, center of this mirror and focus. Clear. Here the source is there. For example, source is here. Okay. So this source is emanating parallel ray. So this ray is parallel to the principal axis. When the source is sending parallel ray, so that parallel ray strikes the mirror. So when the ray is incident light is strikes on the mirror, it will reflected back. So that reflected rays passing through the focus, okay, passing through the focus. When the incident light is coming parallel to the principal axis, after incidents, so the reflected ray goes through the focus. This is the rule 1. And next rule 2 is states. Rule 2 is states. Again we are considering concave mirror. So here principal axis, pole and center of curvature, focus is there. Okay. So for we have to consider again object. Okay. So that object is sending incident ray. That incident ray is passing through the center of curvature. Passing through the center of curvature. So that time the reflected ray does not deviates the path. Does not deviates the path. Which path is chosen the incident ray. So the reflected ray also again it can chooses the same path. So that's why the incident ray is passing through the center of curvature undeviated. The reflected ray undeviated. It can passes along the same path only. So this is the rule 2. And next rule 3. Okay, why we are discussing these rules? So when we have to draw the ray diagrams, we have to take in two lines from two incident lights from that object. So that's why we have to discuss these rules. So here concave mirror, again we have to draw the principal axis, pole, focus and center of curvature is there. So the object is emanating that radiations. So the object is sending the incident ray. So this incident ray is passing through the focus, okay. Here the focus is passing through the focus. So this is the incident ray path. So after incidents on the mirror, the reflected ray goes parallel to the principal axis. Goes parallel to the principal axis. So this is the third rule. Where first rule is what? When the object is sending parallel ray, so that parallel ray strikes on the mirror, after incident it will reflected back. So how the reflected ray goes back? So when the reflected ray is passing through the focus, okay. So the incident light is strikes on the mirror, after incidents it will passes through the focus. If the incident light is chosen the path from center of curvature, so it cannot deviate. So the light rays does not deviate. And next, if the light ray is passing through the focus, after incidents the reflected ray chooses the path is parallel to the principal axis. Okay. So these are the three rules. From these three rules we have to choose any two rules. So we have to draw the ray diagrams. Okay. With the help of these any two rules we have to draw the ray diagrams. So for example, the object is placed at beyond C of the mirror. Okay. The object is placed at beyond C of the mirror like this. Okay. Here center. C is represents what? Center of the mirror. So here the object is object at beyond C. Okay. Beyond C. beyond C. So here concave mirror we have to consider. So principal axis, it is principal axis. Here the center of mirror is there. So here focus and pole. If the object is placed at beyond C, here the object is placed, okay, here the object is placed. So this object is sending one parallel ray. When we have to show the image formation, so from the, when we have to show the image formation, we have to consider any two rays from the object, any two rays from the object with the help of this rule. So one is what? Parallel ray. So when the parallel ray strikes on the mirror, after that reflected ray goes through the focus, goes through the focus, okay. And next, if the ray is passes through the focus, the incident rays passes through the focus, after incidence it can passes parallel to the principal axis, after that, so both reflected rays are converge here, okay, both reflected rays are converge here. What is it? The parallel ray, reflected rays here, okay, and when the light is passing through the focus, afterwards it can passes parallel to the principal axis. So both reflected rays are converge at one point. So this point is gives image point, okay, this point is gives image point, and we have to draw one perpendicular line to this image point to principal axis. So this is represents image height, okay, image height. When the object is placed at beyond C, and beyond C means beyond the center of curvature, so that time the object is sending a number of radiations. From that we have to consider any two light rays. So one is parallel ray, one is passing through the focus. So after instance both are reflected, so that both reflected rays are converge at one point. So that point is gives image point, okay, that point is gives image point. And we have to draw one normal. Normal means which is perpendicular to the mirror, either any one. So perpendicular line is represents normal. So we have to draw one perpendicular line to image point to principal axis. So that length is represent, the line is represents the image height. Okay. Now we will discuss another position of an object placed on principal axis. If the object is placed at C, object is placed at C. C means center of the mirror, okay, center of that curvature. So it is a concave mirror, okay. So this mirror, along this mirror we have to draw principal axis. This is a principal axis. Here we have to consider center of this curvature, and here focus, and here pole is there. If the object is placed at C, here the object is placed. So this object is emanating radiations, means sending incident rays. So that one is one parallel ray. So when the incident ray is coming parallel to the principal axis, after incidence it can passes through the focus, okay, it can passes through the focus. This is reflected ray, okay. So one is when the incident ray coming parallel to the principal axis, after incidence the reflected ray goes through the focus, we know that. And next, if the incident light is passing through the focus, okay, if the incident light is passing through the focus, after incidence, so that light ray chooses the path is parallel to the principal axis, we know that, okay. So finally the both reflected rays are converge at one point. So here the image point, okay, here the image point, where the reflected rays are converges, that point is gives image point. And next we have to draw one perpendicular to the image point to principal axis. So that line is represents what? Image height, okay, that length of line is represents image height. So here object is there, here image is there, both are placed at center of curvature only. So when the object is placed at center of curvature, we are getting image also at center of curvature. And the image nature is, here we are considering image nature. How to define the nature of image? So based on the position only. So here the image is real and inverted, okay, inverted. Why? Because here the top is converting into bottom, bottom is converting into top, real and inverted. And next here the size of image is same. Size of image is same as object. Okay, same as object. When the object is placed at C, so that time we are getting the image also on C, and the size of the image is equals to the object size. Clear? And next we have to consider another position of an object. Okay, if the object is placed in between F and C, okay, in between F and C, where we are getting the image, for example, object is in between F and C. Okay, F and C means focus and center of curvature. So for that, this is the concave mirror, principal axis. Okay, principal axis, pole, focus and center of curvature. If the object is placed here, okay, the object is sending parallel ray. So after incidence, it can passes through the focus. Okay, it can passes through the focus. And next, if the object is sending incident ray passes through the focus, after incidence it can passes parallel to the principal axis. Both rays we are considering. When we are drawing the ray diagrams, so that time we have to consider any two incident rays from the object. So one is parallel ray, another one is passing through the focus. So for that, both reflected rays are converged at one point. So that point is represents what? That point is gives image point. So we are getting the image height here. Okay. So when we have to draw a perpendicular line to that image point to principal axis, that is gives image height. So when the object is placed in between F and C, so we are getting the image on. Okay. Object is placed at in between F and C. Image is forms beyond C. Okay, beyond C. When the object is placed in between F and C, the image is formed at beyond C. Means what? Back side of the C. Clear? So this is the one of the position of an object. And the next one is very important, in between pole and focus. Here concave mirror is there. Okay, here the concave mirror. So we have to draw principal axis. And next here center of curvature, here focus, here pole is there. Okay, so if the object is placed here in between pole and focus, the position is what? Object at F and P. Okay, F and P. So this is the fourth position. Okay, object is placed at between F and P. Okay, so for that, the object is sending one parallel ray. It can passes through the focus. Okay, so when we have to extend this reflected ray, here the reflected ray extends. Okay, and next, if the object is sending one ray, so that ray strikes on the pole. Okay, again it can reflected back. Okay, we know that reflection phenomena. If the object is sending incident ray, that incident ray strikes on the mirror at normally. So after that, the reflected ray also in normal condition only. So that's why here both reflected rays are converges. Okay, we have to extend this both reflected rays. So these are converted one point. So that point is gives what? Image point. This is the image height. Here we are getting the image. So this type of image is called as virtual images. Okay, virtual image. Okay, we cannot cut on screen this type of images. Okay, real images we have to seen in that screen, but virtual image we cannot see on that screen. So that's why we have to call this virtual images. So that size of an image is enlarges compared to the object size.